two of them in this house.
Yeah,
So
two autistic children, so we're blessed. But, it's very easy for something like a flashlight to become a weapon, and I could understand, swinging that flashlight at your little sister because, God forbid, she just fucking stole my pineapple, and, that's like the biggest thing ever. And maybe he did swing it a little bit too hard. And the thing is obviously she's got, like, the blunt force trauma to the head.
Yeah.
And the brain bleed. But at what point, when he goes to wake up John and Patsy, is she still alive? Like, do you think that, she's still breathing and then maybe John ended up having to just kill her off instead of taking her into the hospital? It just... There's too much up in the air right there, but I feel like, the right thing to do as a parent would have been to call, paramedics and be like, okay, well, let's, this was an accident. Not just, let's turn this into a kidnapping, and later on, it's, a murder, and we had an intruder. So, I mean, definitely, the family all knows a lot more of what happened than what we do, and I feel like it is a complete big cover-up, and I agree almost 100% with everything that you said there. I could see it. That's the only thing that makes sense in my mind.
Right. One fact that I did leave out that I'm remembering now is that in the Ramseys' home, they had a book on sexually aggressive children. They had a couple books.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, that was another thing that was really weird. And they wouldn't release Burke's medical records to the public when it came to, which I can understand that, but they wouldn't release them. It wasn't only to the public. I think it was for the police too. They wouldn't release them to, because they were investigating it. They were trying to figure out if Burke did it or not. And they wanted Burke's medical records, and they refused to release them. And one of the reasons they wanted the medical records was because of those books in the house. Not everybody has books about sexually aggressive children.
Right.
So
that's not something that I just go to the library and check out either, It's,
right.
I wouldn't want people to know that, if that was really a thing.
Right. But when the cops are asking you to figure out something, like...
Right, that's kind of a red flag.
You need to help as much as you can.
Yeah, I love my children. I don't think I'd ever be able to cover up a crime for them.
No. No.
They went to the extremes here. It's really hard for me to believe.
I'm glad you agree with me. Like, that's, in my mind, that's like the only theory that's correct, is that something to do with Burke.
Yep, it all makes sense. Although, what was the dragging across the cement at, what time was that?
Exactly. I think that was a coincidence.
Okay.
I think that was something that just was heard by somebody. The only other thing I could think of is that right there would be one of the things that would support an intruder, because it could be there was a grate that you had to pull up to get to the window downstairs.
True. Did one of the neighbors say that they had heard screams at all?
Yeah, the one that recanted her story.
But
she heard screams and the metal scraping.
Okay. But I mean,
Melody Stanton.
If she heard screams and supposedly the whole family slept through, your child being murdered in your house, I
didn't think about that. Yeah, if you can hear it outside, you'd think you'd be able to hear it upstairs.
If the neighbors can hear it, I'm pretty sure that nobody be sleeping through that, so that's
right.
Fucking bullshit.
I never thought about that. I guess. All right, so we've given our opinions. Once again, you guys, hit us up. Let us know what your opinion is on this. We want to know. I do believe Kim actually put up a poll not too long ago on Twitter. I voted on it to see who exactly was guilty. There was one person that said intruder. I don't know who the hell that was. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, but...
Bless your soul for being naive.
Yes. No hate. No hate. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. There's literally no evidence supporting that, but if that's what you believe, that is what you believe, and we'll leave it at that.
The majority did vote that they thought that Burke was guilty.
Yeah, and I think, but the main reason for that, though, is because the newest documentary says he's guilty.
Possibly.
That's the whole thing, is like, once there's a new documentary, a lot of people think it's... But just looking at it as a whole, it just looks like Burke's guilty. All right, so, you got anything else to add, baby?
You nailed it.
The penis to my vagina, the yin to my yang, the fist to my asshole. All right, so that's all we got here at the Conspiracy Asylum, I suppose. Remember to check out the 10ish podcast and the You Are All Alone podcast. Check them both out. Rewind and listen to the promos again. They're very good promos.
Yeah, just do us a favor and check them out, okay?
Yeah, check them out. Give us a review. Review us on iTunes. Review us on Google Play. Let us know what's going on. Hit us up on Twitter. We just hit 300,000. 300,000? No, we didn't. We just hit 300 followers on Twitter. And I am so excited. We just hit 300 like 2 hours ago. So right before I started recording this. And that's amazing because I've only had this Twitter up for less than a month now.
No, it's only been like 2 weeks even.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for the support, you guys. Puberty.
Do I need to find your balls again?
They're in your purse. Go get them. Thanks for the support, you guys. Hit us up, theconspiracyasylum@gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, our Facebook page. We're on Patreon. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Pinterest.
Look at you go.
We got,
nailed them all.
I think we did. Twitch. We're also on Twitch. I'm never on Twitch, but you can hit us up there. I also have a Skype so that when we do start doing some interviews, which I want to do very soon, we can do them on Skype. So, reminder to you guys, paranormal investigators, people with paranormal experiences, hit me up. Let's get an interview going. I'll invite you over to my house, or we'll do it remotely. We can go to the library. We can go do it on the streets. We could do it in the BK bathroom like I did when I was a teenager.
Oh my gosh.
Check it out. We could fist each other till the fucking sun comes up.
I might have a problem with that.
What if it's a man?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now, all right. Thank you, co-conspirators. I really appreciate it. My asshole is wet.
You God.
No, I'm going to cut that out. All right. All right, thanks, co-conspirators. Your padded cell is now open. You may leave. Thank you, co-conspirators. Love you. Say bye, babe.
Bye.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Just download the app like I did. Pick a name for your show and a background image. Select some keywords that people can search. And start recording. It's that simple. They do the rest. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.